gotten back from my mission in about November.
I had just gotten home from my mission. I was home for about a month.
Went up to college, and at the time, Tanner worked at the Trampoline Park Gravity Factory, so decided to get a membership at Gravity Factory to kind of do something with my time. And
I had been working at Gravity Factory for probably about 3 weeks, so everything was still a little new. I was coaching, even though I can't do any tricks or anything like that.
And there was one day I came in, I saw Sarah up there, and I was, hey, she's new. Something hit me, like she's different. There's something special about her. Like she seemed familiar, but I didn't really know why she did that at the time. So I'm looking at her and like, dang, she's kind of hot too. So it's like, she's hot and familiar. Maybe I can do something with this. But I didn't really talk to her because I was nervous to talk to women.
He came down and he played tag with a coworker of mine and me and some other little kids that wanted to play tag with us. So that was my first interaction with Chase. When I started working at Gravity Factory, all I could do was a front flip. And so when he learned that I couldn't do a back flip, that's what he wanted to start teaching me how to do. I was always just so scared. Like I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go do this. And I'd try to run away from it. I'd try to avoid it. And he was always so patient. So it took him 3 weeks, and he stuck around for those 3 weeks until I got it. I can do a backflip now, yeah.
First person I've seen like have bangs in a while, and she makes them work really well. She looks amazing with bangs.
When I got home from my mission, I feel like I was very serious. And before my mission, I was very goofy. And I like to joke around, don't get me wrong, but I think Chase was able to bring that out of me a lot more. It just makes life a lot more fun, so.
Something I really liked about her that I still love to this day about her is she has a really good sense of humor. She can take a joke and she can like say jokes back. She's just someone we can go back and forth like saying jokes with, and this really fun because I love to take things seriously, but also like I kind of like to joke about things. So I love her sense of humor. It's probably one of the first things I loved about her. And as I got to know her more, I noticed how loving and kind she is to everyone. Like she will go out of her way to do things to help other people, even if it's something she didn't want to do.
The first month of me being home, I got home on December 16th, and I didn't go on a single date. And then all of a sudden, like the week I met Chase, I started going on more dates. And so that was kind of like evidence to me that God was like, okay, you need to date all these people to see the potential, like see where things could go with Chase. He tried to ask me out on our first date, and I was actually on another date with somebody else. So I think that's when I realized I was on that date with that other person, and Chase had asked me to go out with him. That entire day I was thinking about being with Chase, and I think that's when I realized like this is somebody I'd like to be with, so.
We were talking for a while, and I was like, hey, you wanna like go on a date with me to the La Belle Ice Caves? She said yes, and we kind of started planning it, and I think it was like the day before her friend Savannah came up and asked if we could do a double date.
It was funny because on our way to Rexburg, he picked me up and he asked what I wanted to eat. I remember he ate so fast, and he sat there and had to watch me eat for a solid probably 10 minutes because I ate so slow. And then we went to the Ice Palaces, and that was beautiful. That was a lot of fun.
It was a really fun day. It was probably one of the most fun dates I've had ever.
I just remember being like, this feels natural, you know? Which was so nice because normally I'm really like tensed up, but it also helped that I knew Chase for a couple weeks before we went out on our first date. So I feel like we had that friendship there already. And we'd gone on a couple of dates, and he came and he picked me up, and we were just like, okay, what do we want to do? And we just decided to go on a drive, and I showed him where like I went to elementary school at, and then we drove through Idaho Falls, and he showed me where he grew up. He showed me the house where he like first lived, and then he went and showed me the house that he'd grown up in. and took me to where he went to school.
But just being with Sarah and just kind of like living in that moment with her was kind of like a moment of realization, like this is someone I believe I could spend more time with and possibly spend the rest of my life with. I didn't kind of think marriage at that time because it was still pretty early on, but it's kind of like one of the moments of realization where I could spend a lot of time with Sarah.
So when we were able to talk, it just felt natural. Like, I think about that so much. And I just remember laughing, like my face hurt at the end of that drive because I just felt so happy. So that's definitely one of them, one of the many. Our first kiss. We butt heads about this one because he says he initiated it, but I feel like I had to.
We're kind of sitting there and she was talking about like, so like we've already held hands, like kind of what's next, and like in my mind I'm thinking, oh, we could kiss, but I didn't want to say that because I wasn't sure if that's what she wanted since we weren't dating yet.
And we were talking like, because we held hands and stuff, and we're like, he looks at me and he goes, Sarah, the next thing that happens has to be initiated by you. And I was like, oh, so he wants something to happen. But I was so nervous because Chase, he is my first kiss. So I was like, I don't know what I'm doing here.
We were kind of sitting there and she's like, Chase, I want to kiss you. I'm like, heck yes.
I was like, Chase, I want to kiss you. And that's how it happened. So I think I initiated it, but he'll say he did. But I think I did.
I found out that basically everything that we have done, like a lot of the milestones in our relationship has happened at Gravity Factory. The first time we met was there, first kiss was there. First time she said I love you was at Gravity Factory. And
I was the first one to say that I loved him.
But we were just kind of sitting in the car, just kind of talking, having like some deep conversations and stuff, and kind of sitting there talking, just getting to know more about each other in our past. And according to her, she's just like, dang, I love this guy.
I remember just looking at him and being like, I love this guy.
And I was like, no way, I love this girl. So,
like, I feel love, because on my mission, I felt love for all the people that we taught. I feel love for my family. And when I looked at Chase, like, I recognized that love, but it also felt different. And so I told him that I loved him. The proposal, he kept telling me that I can't afford to buy the ring. We went ring shopping though. I found what I loved.
I don't know why I thought this, but I always thought that like the guy went and got a ring that he thought the girl would like and it'd be like a complete surprise, but couldn't have found out you go shopping with the girl and kind of ruins the surprise a little bit, but I still wanted there to be a really big surprise factor in it. Convinced Sarah I couldn't afford the ring.
And he was like, okay, I want to get this for you, but I can't afford it until August. And I was like, oh, that's understandable, that's just fine.
So I kind of convinced her I couldn't afford the ring until I believe it was like August is when I said.
And so there was a week where he just kept apologizing for not being able to afford the ring, like not being able to get it to me sooner. And I was like, it's fine, it's okay, it's okay.
School was out, and I think it was like the last week of school is when I went over and bought the ring, and I held on to it for like a week. And Sarah loves to go camping and anything outdoors. One of the ideas she's always wanted is to go on a hike.
And then we planned to go on a hike with Tyson and Tanner to the Darby Wind Caves.
And it was after the time me and Sarah had kind of been talking about marriage and stuff too. So to me, it was a pretty good time to think about proposing to her there, because we've always wanted to go on a hike, and I felt it was like a good moment to propose because we've talked about it and it just kind of felt right.
I got a little suspicious because this is gonna sound so stupid, but he had gotten a haircut and he'd been so careful about how his hair was looking. I was asking about pictures because I love taking pictures. Even though I think I'm the most unphotogenic person on this planet, I love having pictures. And so I kept asking him about pictures and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, we can take pictures, but I want to take them like up here in the cave. And I was like, oh, okay.
So we went on the hike and we got up the hike. It was like 2.5, 3 miles, I believe.
And then we get to the top after this crazy hike. I felt like I was gonna pass away. My legs were dying, but it was so fun.
I was debating on if I wanted to propose before we went into the cave or after the cave. And I was too anxious and excited, so I decided to just propose to her before the cave. And
we get to the end of the cave, and then Chase looks at Tyson and goes, hey, so is this a good spot? And I'm like, why does this spot matter? So then he started kind of rummaging through his bag, and I was like, oh my goodness, like he's gonna propose. And then he pulls out this bigger box, and I was like, oh, like that's fine, like it's really cute, but why does he want pictures of me opening this cute little box? So then I open it, and it's a necklace, and the necklace is like an envelope, and inside the envelope it had like a little plaque thing that said, will you marry me? And I saw the will you, and I knew exactly what was happening, because then he starts going through his bag again. I remember just being so happy in that moment. Like, I knew it was coming, I knew what I wanted. Like, I knew I wanted to marry him. He gets down onto his knee, and before he could even ask me the question, because I already knew what the question was, I said yes. And he was on his knee for probably 3 seconds, and then he asked, will you marry me? And I said yes again. And I just remember feeling so happy. Like, it felt so surreal. Every girl dreams of something like this, getting proposed to, getting married, but you never know who that person's gonna be. And when you know, it feels so surreal. It's like, this is actually happening to me.
Love you so much, Sarah, and so happy for you guys.
Love you guys. Glad that you married my best friend. He's your responsibility now.
I love you guys very much. Welcome to the family, Sarah.
Remember, the ultimate goal is God in heaven, and keep your eye there and you'll always be better off. So,
no, good luck to you guys and work together.
I guess the only advice I have is Sarah will always be right.
kind of taking it back to like all the things I've loved, like I said, I love about her is her sense of humor. She's just someone fun to be with. Like, we would hang out every day, and I would always want to be around her. I saw how she treated everyone else, how she treats her family. She's just, everything about her is just amazing to me.
When I came home from my mission, I convinced myself that I wanted to just kind of stay single for a while. Even though I knew I wanted to get married, I wanted to take that time. Chase and I actually went to the temple together for the first time with his mom, Debbie. I remember watching him walk in his temple clothes, and I kind of just had a feeling then, but I didn't pay much attention to it because we had only been dating for probably a month or so at that time.
She took interest in things I like to do, like I've mentioned how she grew up riding four-wheelers, and I've been riding dirt bikes, and she was willing to learn how to ride a dirt bike and let me teach her. She just kind of takes interest in some of the things that I like to do, and we both love camping, But then as I got to know him more, and the happiness that I felt with him, and the person that he was striving to be, and how I noticed I want to become better for this person, that's kind of when I knew, because that's something my parents told me to look for, is when you feel like you want to be better for somebody. I knew that I wanted to be better for Chase so that I could be with him forever, so that we'd want to be together forever. I just looked back on a lot of the things that we love to do, but I think the moment I realized I want to propose to her is, I believe it was actually the first time I took her dirt biking, because I've been dirt biking basically my entire life. So it's something that's really huge and important to me. It's kind of like something I do to like feel peace, and just kind of go and just have fun. So when I kind of saw that that's something that Sarah was wanting to like be a part of in my life, like that she was willing to learn and like have that into her life too, it meant a lot to me. And I was like, I love this woman more than anything, and I could marry her.
There's a lot of emotions. How I'm feeling, it's a lot. I feel happy, I feel stressed, I feel anxious, I'm excited. Like I said, this is a moment that every person, every girl looks forward to. Like my sisters and we would talk about this all the time. But now that it's actually happening, I know it'll feel real when I am sitting across the altar with him in the temple. Like I know that's when it's gonna really, really hit me.
I am beyond excited. Like I'm here now. I found the woman I love and I want to spend eternity with. But with all this planning and stuff, I've been excited ever since I proposed to her, and I've been looking forward to this day for even before I met Sarah. Like looking forward to being married to my soulmate, and it's really comforting to know that Sarah's going to be that soulmate of mine. So I'm nervous, but I'm really excited.
There's so much that I can't even like sort it out, but I know that this is what I want to do. It definitely hasn't been easy. No relationship is, but I know that Chase is the person that I want to work things through with. I can see that we're gonna work through everything together, even though it may be hard. When I look at the future, I see a family. I see us building a home together. I can't tell you what it's gonna look like or anything like that, but I know those are things that will happen, and they'll take time. I see that I'm gonna grow a lot, and I see that we're gonna push each other to become better. He supports me in everything. Like the job that I want to go into, it doesn't pay much, but Chase has always been so supportive of it. And I appreciate that. That's something that I want to learn to be better at, so that is a part of our future, is supporting each other in all of the choices that we make.
When I think about my future, I think about anything I do, all like the happy times or the struggles, or anything I do with my life from here on out, I think of it with Sarah by my side.
I am so grateful for, like I've been talking about, the way that he supports and the way he loves. He loves so deeply, and I want to love him as deeply as he loves me and others.
That just whatever decisions we make in life, we're gonna make together, and whatever like struggles we have as like a couple or individually, we're gonna help each other out. We're gonna be there for each other, and I know Sarah will be there for me.
The way he talks about his family and the respect that he has for them is something that's always stood out to me. He's taught me so much, and I hope that I can continue to learn and to grow from him, because he has so much to offer.
From my life and on, like every accomplishment I have, every goal that I've set, just every fun time, and everything that like means things to me, like dirt biking or snowboarding, I know that Sarah will be there by my side the entire time, and that gives me a lot of comfort knowing that I found a woman that will want to be there for me.
He's an amazing man. I've loved getting to know him, and I'm excited for the opportunity to continue to get to know him and learn to love him even more. I'd want Chase to know, if he were to look back on this, that I love him more than anything, that we've all come to this point and we're still learning and we're still growing. I'm imperfect. He's imperfect, but that's why we work through things together, and he's the one I want to work through things with.
If she were to look back on this video, I just want her to know how much I love her and how much I'm grateful for her and everything she has done for me. I look back on who I was like before my mission, on my mission, and even like the couple months I've been back before, like since I like met Sarah and before then. Even I think I see how I've changed for the better because of her. She just helped me become a better person, and I hope one day I can do the same for her. I really appreciate and love Sarah for all she has done to help me. Eternity is a long time, but I feel like when I'm with Sarah, it's not gonna be long enough.
I know that the love that we have for each other is gonna grow. That's how it's supposed to be in every marriage, even though hardships are gonna come. I want those hardships to bring him and I closer together instead of tear us apart. And I know that takes work, and I want to work through that with him. I want to be happy with him because I am happy with him now. The idea of marrying him tomorrow and spending eternity with him makes me happy.
Always thought I was losing the race, looking for love in all the wrong places. Really don't know how we made it here. Never thought I was worth what you give. Never felt quite alive, now I'm living. Yeah, you kill my doubts, they disappear. When I feel like nothing's gonna hold me down, you do used to be scared of falling until you came around. Now I just wanna stay here, fall into midnight. Don't want nobody else now, only you feel right. Time enjoyed waste is not wasted time, so stay till the morning, stay for a while. I just wanna lay here, fall into midnight, and fall right into you. Fall right into you. Like a rock I was set in my ways. Always thought I was too far from grace, yeah. I was numb before, but now I feel. Any problems, we'll figure it out. Any love lost, we'll bring back around. Any broken heart, we'll make it heal. When I feel like nothing's gonna hold me down, you do you